Hey there, fellow rockstar RDH. Let me guess, if you're listening to this, you're tired, your back hurts, your neck, toast, you've got 45 minutes to change someone's oral health and decode their insurance, and maybe if you're lucky, you'll squeeze in a bathroom break there. Maybe you're looking for a side gig to make some extra income. Does this sound familiar? Let me hit you with some truth. We did not go to hygiene school to feel like glorified chairside robots. We went to change lives. But somewhere between the perio charting, the ultrasonic scaler, it started to feel a little bit soul sucking, right? Yes, I have been there too. I'm Brittany Murphy, RDH, certified oral facial myologist, CEO of multiple myofunctional therapy practices, and founder of the Hygienist. Almost a decade ago now, I made a pivot that completely changed my career and my life. Instead, I built a business that is flexible, fulfilling, and actually extremely fun for me. And I did it by leaning into something that hygienists are secretly already great at: airway and myofunctional therapy. So, how do you feel about no more back to back prophies, no more micromanaging office drama, and yes, no more praying for a cancellation so that you feel like you can finally catch a breath? Here's the wild part. Most hygienists have no idea that they're sitting on a gold mine of skills that make them absolutely perfect for this work. You already know the oral anatomy. You're obsessed with prevention, and you've literally been trained to spot dysfunction already. So why not treat it? In this short video, I'm going to walk you through how myofunctional therapy might be your next power move. Whether you're burnt out and ready for a change, craving a bigger impact beyond what you're already doing, dreaming of setting your own schedule and doubling your income, this might just be the shift that you've been looking for. But fair warning, once you see what's possible, it's really hard to go back to 10-day recall chaos. So let's talk about what this field actually looks like, how to know if it's the right fit for you, and the real truth behind what it takes to get started without having to quit your job tomorrow. First, let's talk about that mile glow up because I know what you really want, right? It's not just about learning something new, it's about freedom. Freedom to earn more than your hourly rate ever allowed. Freedom to control your schedule instead of your schedule controlling you. Freedom from the physical grind. Hello, no more lunch breaks with an ice pack taped to your spine. Freedom to actually make a difference on a much deeper level because yes, scraping biofilm is great, but changing someone's sleep, their speech, their focus, their airway health, that is next level impact. And the best part, you don't need to reinvent the wheel to get there. I am going to show you exactly how you, as a dental hygienist, are absolutely already perfectly positioned to step into this field and how you can start building a self-led myofunctional therapy practice that works for your life and not against it. So if you've ever wondered, is this just another certification that's going to collect dust? Can I really make this work while I'm still in the op? Is anyone actually making money from doing this? You are in the right place. I want to take you back a little bit. I was in the op, hustling through another jam-packed day. My neck was screaming, my wrists were really starting to hurt, and I just truly didn't feel fulfilled. And I remember thinking, is this it? Like, is this really what I'm going to be doing for the next 30 years of my life? I love my patients, I loved my people, but the constant physical strain, that production pressure, feeling there was zero room to grow, it just wasn't cutting it anymore for me. And here's the thing, no one tells you most hygienists aren't burnt out because they hate hygiene. We're burnt out because we've outgrown the box that we're simply put in. So I stumbled into myofunctional therapy by accident. At first, it felt like a total mystery. The courses were confusing. The mentorship was like non-existent. I had so many questions and I felt like I had zero answers. Was I even allowed to do this? Where am I going to find clients? Do I need to go back to school? And I felt like everyone else around me online seemed like they had already all figured it out except for me. And I kind of felt on an island. I felt completely alone. Like I was wandering through this world, this new exciting world, but with no map, no flashlight, and no idea what step to take next. But here's what changed everything for me. I started connecting. I found mentors. I networked with providers. I tested real world strategies for attracting patients and clients that I wanted to work with. And I did this all while still working in clinic. And slowly I built something that worked, not just for me, but for other hygienists too. I cracked the code on how to start myofunctional therapy as an RDH, and I packed everything that I learned into a simple step by step system because I want to share that knowledge with everybody that I know. And now I love my job. Not only do I get to provide myofunctional therapy to our wonderful families and communities, but I get to mentor burnt out, brilliant hygienists who are just ready for more. So if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling overwhelmed, maybe you're a little bit skeptical, I get it because listen, that was literally me. I was so on the fence about do I do this? Do I not do this? But you've got the passion, you've got the people skills, and the drive to serve deeper. So trust me, you can do this. And here's the thing, you don't have to do it alone. Okay, so you've already heard my story. So let's talk about some real heroes of this movement, other hygienists just like you who decided to take the leap into myofunctional therapy and completely have their careers changed and their lives changed for the better. These are stories that just completely light me up because they prove that this isn't just a me thing, it's a repeatable path. Okay, so I'm going to share three stories with you. We're going to start with Ashley, who was a part time hygienist, a full time mom of two, who used my framework to start seeing virtual mile clients. And she was able to replace her part time hygiene income within 6 months, all while being present for her kiddos, which was numero uno priority, right? Then we have Lisa. Love Lisa. She was completely burnt out working 5 days a week in a high volume practice. She started with just one day dedicated to Myo, wanting to grow a little bit from there. And within a year, she hung up her scaler for the last time and transitioned to full-time Myo with more energy, better income, and no back pain, right? And then Amy, I'm sorry, I'm like getting so excited as I'm talking about all of this just because I'm just so proud. Okay, so Amy was hesitant. She was worried, like, what is the ROI going to be? She was nervous. Am I going to invest in something again? And it's just going to sit on the shelf. But she did it. She followed the steps. She leaned in towards my mentorship and now turned her full-time hygiene job into full-time Mile with still one day of hygiene a week because she's brilliant. So she's able to self-refer. She averages 12.5K a month in production consistently. She even has a wait list. Okay. How cool is this? They all had the same doubts as me. They all had the same doubts that you might even be having. Where do I find patients? What if no one takes me seriously? Can I really do this while still working in the clinic? And the proof is here. The answer is yes. They just needed a clear plan, real support, someone to walk the path with them. They use the same system that you're going to be learning about, the same tools, the same roadmap, and every single one of them started in the exact same position. Curious, nervous, and so ready for more. So this isn't a one-off success story, it's a movement. And if they can do it, you absolutely can too. So let's get into the good stuff, the real roadmap, because I know some of you are already Googling how to become a myofunctional therapist, and I absolutely love the enthusiasm. As I said before, you're a total rock star. So here's the truth. Yes, you can start exploring this on your own, but if you want to skip the overwhelm, avoid the dead ends, actually feel confident charging for this work, you're going to need a little help along the way, and that's where I come in. But let's break down what the journey looks like step by step so you know exactly where to begin. Step one, the essentials. Get your airway and myo foundation. Before you dive deep into therapy, you have to understand the basics. Learn about airway, learn about airway anatomy, nasal breathing versus mouth breathing. What the heck is oral facial muscles and what are they actually doing all day long? Start reading dental sleep medicine articles, watching a few webinars on OMDs, and begin seeing patterns in your own patients. And by the way, OMDs, oral facial myofunctional disorders. You want a DIY tip? I got you covered. Try a self-assessment or check your family members. Can they breathe through their nose with their lips sealed? Where's their tongue at rest? Just be careful because without proper training, it's easy to second guess yourself. You can go down the YouTube rabbit hole, and unfortunately, sometimes that can lead you to outdated information and get you way off track, although there's so many wonderful airway providers putting their lectures up there for free. And you might be wondering, like, what is even correct oral rest posture? Like, I'm listening to somebody talk about it. I think I understand what it is. Where's the tongue, exactly supposed to go? Trust me, it can get confusing because that yearning, right? We want to know everything. We want to know all the information and we want to know it now. Step 2, mastering functional assessments. Once you've got the theory, it's time to observe. Learn how to take a proper patient intake. Start putting your myo eyes on. Look at medical histories, watch for oral habits, look for tethered oral tissues, talk about sleep quality, the difference between sleep quality and sleep quantity, all the juicy details. Start spotting, signs of dysfunction, mouth breathing, lip incompetence, open bites, classic low tongue postures, tongue thrusts. DIY tip, practice on a coworker or a friend or a family member. Use a simple checklist. Are their lips closed at rest? Is their tongue suctioned in the roof of their mouth? Are they nasal breathing all day long? Step 3, the application. Exercises and therapy tools. Now that's the fun part, right? Doing the therapy, providing the therapy. And you can find a lot of information on the internet. You can learn some of the core exercises like tongue pops, cave, nasal breathing exercises, swallowing awareness exercises, making sure that the tongue is at the spot, back teeth are together. When we swallow, that back of the tongue is rising. These exercises help to retrain muscles and improve function over time, okay? It is a process. Now, another DIY tip. Best thing, put yourself first as your first myo patient. Try building a daily routine and track your progress with these exercises. Practice them twice a day, maybe 10 sets twice a day. Practice on yourself, practice on your child, a loved one, a friend. It builds confidence and it makes you more empathetic with your patients. Here's the catch. Myo is not a one size fits all. It is not a cookbook. Without personalized plans, we may not see the progress that we want to see, or we might miss compensation that is kind of throwing everything off. Plus, let's be real, staying consistent without accountability, kind of a challenge for most of us. And that's where working with a trained myofunctional therapist is so important for our community. Step 4, business and networking. Turn that knowledge into income. You've got the skills, now we got to get you paid. Think about how you're going to set up your LLC or your S Corp, figure out insurance, know your legal scope of practice in your state. Start building relationships with ENTs, orthodontists, SLPs, ortho offices, airway conscious dentists. DIY tip, don't wait. Start now. Announce your myo journey. Begin connecting with local offices now. I promise you it will help you get ahead of the game. I also will tell you this, navigating state laws can be a little bit stressful, and you want to have a strategy for when you're pitching to providers so it kind of feels less awkward. Prepare for questions like, what is your fee? You're probably thinking, what can I even charge just starting out? You can figure this all out, but again, why reinvent the wheel when it's 100 times faster being coached by somebody who's already done it before, right? Like, learn from my mistakes, learn from another myofunctional therapist's mistakes. That way you're way ahead of the game. Step 5, bonus. I always love bonuses. Go deeper, get advanced training. Do you want to specialize in pediatric care? Do you want to specialize in sleep, oral appliance therapy? There is so much out there. Take master classes, listen in on case studies, see if there's a niche that you want to get into. Now, the real truth about the DIY route, and I love the DIY route, you're piecing together a puzzle from 10 different instructors, 5 PDFs that, free PDFs you got to download, and way too many opinions. You will waste time. You probably will get conflicting advice, and it's going to make you lose a little bit of momentum, right? Because it might be a little bit discouraging. So that's why I created my 8-week introductory course, a one-step resource to guide your growth without the guesswork. And there'll be more on that soon. This leads me to the final step, step 6. Build your community. Don't go solo. You need a hype crew. People who get it. We've been there. We want to talk about it. Find somebody who wants to talk about tongue posture at 9 p.m. on a Tuesday night. Community is what keeps you learning. It keeps you motivated. It keeps you grounded. Mentorship is what helps you grow faster with fewer mistakes. Again, learn from coaches. They already made the mistakes. And trust me, free Facebook groups, they're great, but they only get you so far. You need real-time support. You need case study feedback. You need someone to say, yes, you're on the right track. You need that accountability. You need that check-in. You need that, okay, yes, I get this. I'm doing it. Everything's going great. So again, you could totally figure this all out on your own. Or my professional tip, you could plug into a system, a proven system that's already helped other hygienists just like you go from confused to confident and from burned out to booked out. Okay. So let's talk about what happens next, because now that you've seen the roadmap and you hopefully realized, hey, this is like something I could actually do. This might be my thing. And now you're probably wondering, how the heck do I do this without wasting time, without wasting my money, and like to keep my mental sanity? And that's exactly why I created my 8-week introductory course. It's a comprehensive start to finish course designed specifically for dental hygienists and allied health professionals who are ready to pivot, to expand, and to thrive in airway and myofunctional therapy. So let's talk a little bit about what makes this program different. It's not a scattered collection of webinars or random PDFs. It's a strategic 6-step framework that walks you through every phase of building a thriving myo practice, from foundational knowledge to full-blown implementation. We cover the science so that you can speak confidently about airway health and oral facial function. We go over all the assessments, intakes, evaluations, how to spot dysfunction, what to do about it, right? I know all this information. How do I apply it? The exercises, what exercises to use, when, how to personalize care, how to troubleshoot. I say that like with so much emphasis because it's just so important that you understand exactly why you're giving a particular exercise. And if it's not working, where do you pivot? What do you do? The business side, yes, including legal setup, pricing, how to market without feeling, yucky or salesy or anything like that. Because I know for me in the beginning, I was very science scared. Business went right over my head. So again, learn from coach mistakes. Advanced training. So you're not stuck on surface level skills. Ongoing mentorship and support. This is important, okay? I don't just ghost you after you graduate. You're stuck with me. You're like in my family. We are going to provide ongoing mentorships, monthly case study reviews, monthly case study reviews, quarterly Q&As. We have a WhatsApp chat where we're chit-chatting all day long, all things myo, airway questions, getting your questions answered. Everybody just, again, working together. It's just so fun and exciting for me to see these relationships also develop through myofunctional therapy. It's very different, okay? Part of my program, there are internship opportunities afterwards, okay? This is not offered anywhere else. It's real life experience with real patients virtually in the convenience of your own home. So you're gaining experience through providing myofunctional therapy for Tooth Pillow, which is a virtual-based company, and you apply those lessons into growing your own practice, okay? So it is a mentorship within a mentorship. Now listen, you can spend hours Googling, I've done it, watching webinars, I've done it, trying to piece all this information together on your own, I've done it. It's impossible to learn everything about myo that way, okay? It's exhausting. It's incomplete, and honestly, it's not legally or ethically enough to treat patients. You end up second guessing your assessments. You might feel unsure about your skills, missing out on that confidence. That confidence is so important. And the credentials, okay, that come with real life training. Now, others who have taken the right courses, they're confidently charging $150 plus for a session of myofunctional therapy, and they are truly changing and transforming lives every single day. But they made that investment, right? They got the real training. They have the credentials behind their name. And that's kind of where the DIY trap is, right? Trying to DIY yourself into education, into a new field that requires real expertise. Again, both legally and ethically. You can't do this without taking a 28-hour introductory course. It's going to obviously delay your progress because you're not going to be able to do it on your own. And the impact you're going to be able to make a much bigger impact much faster having that mentorship. This is a new added bonus to my course. I'm in love with it. It started out to be this really small thing and it ended up being this like way long thing. It's like 82 pages worth, but this is the myo map. It's included with each enrollment. This is a structured guide to help you, help assist you to begin seeing patients right away, right? So you have like this little guide roadmap, kind of like mini me stuck in this book right next to you as you begin treating patients. It provides a comprehensive framework for assessing oral facial function. It helps you create personalized therapy plans, document progress throughout the course and throughout the treatment. And you're going to find tools that you can use for treatment planning, structured exercises, and other sheets that you can utilize. They're templated. You can go and you can take my logo off, put your logo on. All these things are going to help you monitor your client progress and improvement throughout their course of treatment. It aims to help deliver you consistent and effective therapy while also ensuring that that patient is receiving the absolute best comprehensive and individualized care that is tailored to their unique needs. And our alumni are absolutely loving this. I'm loving the feedback I'm getting on it. They're saying that it's like pure gold and it's their go-to tool for an effective implementation. So what do we do inside the program to help you skip that overwhelm, get you those results faster, safer, and with a whole lot of fun? Okay. Let's be honest. You're not just doing this for the knowledge. You want the life that comes with it, right? Less physical burnout, flexible hours that actually respect your body, work that just lights you up again. And yes, real financial growth. Many of our grads make their investment back within their few first paying clients, usually 2 to 3. Okay. This isn't a side hustle. This is a scalable, sustainable career move. So now is the time. I want you to invest in you, okay? Whether it's me, whether it's somebody else, take that investment in yourself. Okay? I would love to chat with you. Just click the link below, schedule a clarity call with me. If you're not even sure, like, is myofunctional therapy even the right thing for me? Or maybe you're like, you know what? I'm hooked. I want to do this. I want Brittany to teach me. Enroll in the course, click the link, take charge of your career. Or again, if you're just getting your feet wet, that's fine. Still click the link. You can grab a free starter resource to get things underway for you. My next cohort, it is a limited size because I actually work with you. I don't just like throw you into a portal and like peace out. So right now there's special pricing available for early enrollment. So even if you're thinking about this, it is definitely the time to act, okay? You already have everything you need right inside of you, okay? It's like scream, it wants to jump out. This program just gives you the tools, the plan, and the support that is necessary to finally bring it to life. So whether you're overbooked, overstressed, just ready to take that next evolution as a healer, this is your invitation to step up and step into something more. Okay. I will see you inside. Bye for now.